Okay, I guess I'll try this again. This is like take 4 because I haven't filmed anything for like 3 months, so like bear with me. So this week we're decorating. I mean, I hope we're decorating. If we're not decorating, then it might just be a regular vlog. Like, please don't ask me to make decisions at this point. I'll think about it later. I'm back now for 3 weeks and I really want to rent out my place on Airbnb or like wherever because I'm going to be gone a bit anyways in the next couple of months. I'm basically in talks with an agency about managing my place because I initially thought I'm going to do it myself, which was a crazy idea because there's just so many things to organize. This is just like way too stressful when you're abroad and you're not really in control of like what's happening here. So I'd rather have someone managing 24/7 and being available in London. And the good thing about an agency is they literally provided me a list of things that I need to have, things I need to organize, things that are gonna like basically raise the price. Yeah, so that's amazing. I love lists. So we're gonna be working with the lists. But anyways, the most important thing this week is the painting because I've been saying I'm gonna do it since like mid-January. And I've been ordering paint samples which haven't been arriving. So actually 2 samples that I wanted, I had to bring them from Poland. Yeah, welcome to the United Kingdom. Hopefully we're gonna sample that today. We're gonna decide today. We're gonna get the paint today, at least ordered, because I hate going out. So, as you see, one sample is already here. Ultimately, I'm fighting with myself because I hate spending money on like paints and stuff. So I'd rather get something cheap, but if the color is just like not even close, like remotely close to what I want, then I might have to get one of, you know, those paints that you pay like £90 for like 5 liters, which is outrageous. But because I don't have a lot to paint, I can spend a little bit more. Like I have this luxury in a sense, if you know what I mean. Okay, so this one is the In Your Face 80s Peach, like at least in my opinion. So basically this color in a sense has a story. And the story is that I just had a dream that one of my friends moved into this lovely like German building. I don't know why German. I don't know why. It's just like it had this very like antique-y vibe about it, and all the rooms, and mainly her bedroom, had this like in-your-face peach. I say this is like an 80s peach. Basically the bed, I don't know if it's staying because initially I loved the idea of this bed, but the longer I have it, the more I hate it. And I also found this beautiful rattan headboard in Paris on the street. So I don't have it yet. I still need to ship it to myself, but to be fair, I'd get rid of this bed to put in like a 70s headboard, like totally. But I'm anyways gonna like add a bit of paint next to the green. I don't know when I'm gonna get the headboard, and aside from just getting a headboard, I'm gonna have to buy like a new bed frame. And I knew that would happen. I knew that would happen. I just took off my pants and I bought this. I don't know why I'm not using it. Why is it so big? Okay, just like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. If it happened once, it's not gonna happen another time. It's actually a bit more peachy than I thought it would be. Like I already forgot. Maybe they slightly changed it. But it's also cool. But ideally what I wanted was something in between this and this. But I don't think I can be this picky. So basically in this room, my idea was to do something which was close to white or like a ivory, but not white. I don't want everything pink. I mean, I kind of do, but I also don't. I just want kind of something with more like a hint of a peach. The thing with paints is so annoying, you know, you have this color in your mind, but just can't find it, or if you find it, it's just like, it's not what you actually wanted. And then this is the famous hole, which I need to prime, but I didn't want to prime because I was like, if I'm gonna tape everything, it would just be good to like tape it once rather than tape it, untape it, and you know, I want to do it at the same time. Basically, this is like the darkest corner of the room, and it's also good because it's just next to the wardrobe. I love this color, but it actually feels like a bit too heavy, which unfortunately means that I think I'm gonna have to get the very expensive paint. So now I'm just gonna take a sample of the expensive ones. Why am I so clumsy today? I'll think about it. I'm thinking that probably this wall is the best when it comes to sampling, just because this is going to be the biggest wall. Oh my gosh, now I have an idea of painting the ceiling. for another time. It's funny how like if you just put them on the floor, they kind of look the same, but as soon as they're on the wall, I would be tempted to look into like these two. Do this, and then if I take it here. So actually this was super easy because I think I'm always drawn to this one because those are just too colorful. Like this is, you know, an already intense looking room. So I think this is like a neutral, which is a warm neutral. On the color scheme, I guess this would be the beginning of this. So I think 313, if I'm correct, was the little green. Ferdinand 313. So actually 313 has a period key. It's a Victorian color, which is quite cool. And also an authentic National Trust color. I have no idea what that means. It's also quite cool that it's a Victorian color because the idea now for this place is that each room is gonna be a slightly different vibe. I also decided that, you know what, I love the 70s, probably my favorite era, but I also love anything from the past. I'm obsessed with the 80s, I'm obsessed with 60s. I also love like a grandma vibe. I just, you know, all the pinks and all those ditzy like floral prints and everything. So because I'm a grown up and I'm actually free to do whatever I want and I'm not gonna be, you know, boxed in by, oh, you know, like this is not gonna work with this, or like, you know, you should have like similar color schemes, like whatever. So ultimately this room I'm in, it's gonna be the most minimalistic in a sense because I really wanted to go for like a space agey vibe, but at the same time mixed with a bit of like cocaine decor from the 80s. But the cocaine decor, you know, where they started like adding a lot of silver and I don't know, it's just all in my head, you know, a lot of glass. At the same time, I'm adding a bit of mid-century to it. Then the bedroom, I'm really set on like making it like a sexy room. My idea of sexy is kind of like a mix of like a 60s boudoir, like make it very like romantic. And then mixing it again with this 80s cocaine decor. I'm just obsessed with cocaine decor. Please look at the references because I don't know if I'm explaining it well. So that's why I was looking at this very obnoxious kind of peach color because I feel every single time I see those photos of this like 80s cocaine decor, that's it. That's the color. So I also had this idea for years and I think this is the perfect place to do it because the ceiling is quite low to do a mirrored ceiling. I'm probably gonna, you know, use those IKEA stick-on mirrors, but I don't know, I just always love the idea. I don't know how like anyone who rents it on Airbnb is gonna feel about having a mirrored ceiling. I know it feels very dirty, but I think it's just like I love the vibe of it. I actually think that the headboard that I found on the street is gonna fit in perfectly with like both of these, so exciting. And then the middle room is like a buffer, so it's gonna be like in between of everything just so that the kind of you don't get like a drastic shock. Okay, plans changed. So first of all, I actually decided to go with a different color for the middle room after kind of looking at it. I mean, I guess this is what you're actually meant to do. If you're a normal person, I just, you know, I want to do things fast. But okay, I went back and I looked at it and I was like, actually, you know, it could be like the darker color, which then I was like, okay, so let's order it. And then I realized that it's out of stock and it's discontinued, which is, yeah, I mean, just my luck. How I got a sample of it, don't ask me. So that's problem number one. And then I also realized I have the Deluxe Visualizer app. So it just, you know, you take a photo and it allows you to kind of put in like colors on the walls and ceiling and whatever. Concept changed once again, and I'm currently looking at those two colors. And then the idea was to potentially do a really dark ceiling. The plan now is that I'm actually gonna go to B&Q. I'm gonna actually make the effort to go there. You know, it's like you go to IKEA. I changed my outfit again to look like a bit more decent rather than how I looked before. I need to wait a minute because for some reason parcels decided to start arriving. Like, I just got delivered a huge box of loo roll and I'm waiting for a dehumidifier. Also, I feel I didn't mention the red hair, which actually was, I don't want to say accidental, but basically I bought this like color conditioner, which is like semi-permanent, like it lasts like 8 washes, and it was meant to be like orangey ginger, but then it turned out red. All I wanted to do was just top up my color, but I decided like, hey, I gotta use it up, so I'm doing this red thing for 8 washes. I love how I said more decent, but then what is this? What is going on? I'm gonna do a terribly irresponsible thing and just slightly steam them on myself. I should know better, right? I worked as a stylist. I should know better. Finally leaving and getting the paint. Great, I have no cash. nothing. I managed to convince them to give me a trolley without a coin. Okay, I found one from Lick, which is quite similar. I was actually looking at it online, but it's gonna be expensive. Yeah, that's the problem, so I need to look for something cheaper. I don't know why I'm whispering. That's way too pink. Potentially. Again, that's gonna be a bit too pink. Anyways, I'm in luck because there's quite a lot of paint. I found 3 potential options. Not sure if I should actually go as dark as the sample that I have. Shopping has been successful. I have all the paint and I got myself a sage plant because why not?